Today I'm going to show you how to make Master Sword from Legend of Zelda, and hopefully not get sued by Nintendo. Here are the things you'll need. EVA foam, party foam or craft foam, hot glue and hot glue gun, cardboard cutter, Dremel tool or sander, I'd prefer a Dremel tool, paint, white glue, sponge brushes, and a paintbrush, and a piece of dowel. Okay, so first what I did was I drew the blade out on some EVA foam and made it 24 inches long, 3.9 inches wide, and as for the bottom of this blade, I made it 1.5 inches. Afterwards, it turned out like this. I made sure to be pretty careful of how I cut it all out. And then I traced it onto another part of EVA foam. And yeah, that's what it did. After that, it should come out like this, and you should have two bits that are the same. Don't glue them together yet because there's another step. But what I did before gluing the two pieces together was making the wings detail things for the handguard. And I made 4 of them, and that way they'd follow the same width as the sword. Next, I put painter sticks between the two swords on the rough side of the blade because that's the part I want to get covered up. And this way it can give some sturdy. Then I took a water bottle, cut the top off, and put it here and used it for that dome bit of the sword. Hot glued the wings and the little detailed bits between the wings and that dome part, and put some EVA foam there so it would all be together and made it a little more sturdy. I also sanded it down. I recommend using a Dremel tool for this because that way it'll come out a lot better. I used a sander because I didn't have a Dremel tool at the time. Yeah, I made a mistake. Next, we're going to work on making the handle. Make sure to cut a piece of dowel off that fits your hand size, maybe even a bit bigger, and then wrap it up in the creative foam. The detailed bits around the handle, and I already had to make bigger ones because I thought that the ones I made would be big enough, but it turns out they weren't because I didn't think about the width size, but I did now. So here are the longer ones. So make sure you make some that are going to be the right size. This part's going to be a little tricky and tedious, so be patient. Oh yeah, it would also help if you drew a little line down the side so you know where to put the starting point of the detail piece and where to put the ending of the detail piece, because you're going to want to put the rail side, this other detail piece that goes down the handle, so that way you can cover it up. It just helps so that way you know where it stands. Basically just so you know where to cover it up and make it look pretty. Oh yeah, I'd also recommend using a ruler for this part so that way you can keep it looking nice. See, this is what I was talking about. This is what I meant. This way you can make it all look pretty and not look ugly. And yeah, I know there's that little gap piece there, but I'm sure you could patch that up with a bit of hot glue or something. I'm not going to worry about it too much because it's going to get covered up by your hand. So yeah, you're basically just making that out of foam, and this is how it should end up turning out. So if you mess up here, don't worry too much about it, just rip it off. But if you can't, then hopefully you've got some more pieces of dowel and some more crafting foam so you can start over again, but try not to. Next, I made the weird half cone bit for the bottom of the handle because, I don't know, I guess the artist was feeling like it needed more detail, I guess. I don't know. Either way, I just went right ahead and made this. So, yeah. To do this, I cut a little corner bit out and wrapped it around like so, giving it a bit of a cone-like shape. See? Next, I put a bottle cap inside, so that way it can retain its shape when I hot glued it in place. And hot glue it together, and there you go. That's the handle done. It should look like this. It's also coming to my attention that it kind of looks like a microphone now. Next, you're going to want to build the diamond thing. Just use crafting foam for that bit, or you can use clay and draw on the Triforce. Or, you know, you could... Now, I didn't have a Dremel tool at the time, and there you go. It's all done. Now, I didn't have a Dremel tool at the time, so I couldn't get the Triforce actually look like it was detailed inside the sword. But if you have a Dremel tool, go for it. Also, if you have a Dremel tool, I suggest you really use that to sand it down to give it a more blade-like shape. I didn't have one, so I had to use a sander, and it didn't turn out that great. So, but either way, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. Yeah. Alright, so this was a gift from our girlfriend, and she's really happy with it. Hopefully you will be too. And now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta go work on some more videos. Yay. See you in the next video, whatever you watch. Bye.